So I am considering doing more video documentary work in the area of men's rights, along the lines of work that I've done in years past as a man-woman myth. So I made the documentary as man-woman myth many years ago now, and I do want to pursue more work in the area of men's rights. And so I'm looking into how I will proceed. And I'm seeing information from various sources online. And what I'm seeing is the position of men and women as regards how men and women are treated in society. What there seems to be happening is that there is a default assumption that women are discriminated against in the workplace and that there is systematic unfairness towards women in employment. There seems to be basically an assumption that this is true, and it seems that various people seek to find evidence to support this position. So the position of discrimination against women is assumed to be true. And then people look for evidence to support that supposition. And it's quite irritating that this is happening because instead of looking at the situation as it is and coming to a judgment that way, instead an assumption is made that women are discriminated against, and so people look for evidence to support this. And it isn't true that women are discriminated against, and so you have a situation where women are assumed to be discriminated against, but it isn't true, but people assume it's true anyway, and then they look for evidence to support that supposition. And it's never going to happen. You can't find evidence to support something that isn't true. And so it won't happen. But it's very frustrating that the assumption is still made that women are discriminated against. And so people look for evidence to support this discrimination. But there isn't any evidence because women are not discriminated against. It is highly irritating this is happening, that instead of looking at things as they are, people are making the assumption that women are discriminated against, and that this explains why women are not succeeding to the same degree as men in various areas of employment. And I find this very frustrating that an incorrect assumption is made, and then people look for evidence to support this assumption, and not surprisingly, they don't find any evidence. And then they think that there is some problem with the situation to explain why this is happening, when the reality seems to be quite clear that men and women are different, and men achieve more in certain areas of work because of the way biology works. It's simply the way it is. And to try and look for evidence of discrimination when there isn't any evidence is a complete waste of time. It seems to happen consistently from several different bodies, several different organizations and people. And it's highly frustrating, and it's wasting an extraordinary amount of time as well. And I wish that we could fix this problem and stop this false assumption of injustice against women, because that leads to wasted time and wasted effort.